In this video, I am going to show you how to get a bit of a boost on performance if you're finding that your PlayStation 4 Pro with SSD is still lagging to crap with Black Desert on the PlayStation. I found something that worked for me and I'm going to share that with you now. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because subscribing means that you will stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks and news for Black Desert Online on the PlayStation 4 and a little bit on the Xbox One as well. So, what was the problem? I have a PlayStation 4 Pro and I have an external SSD, and when I installed this, I found that I was getting significant performance performance boosts compared to the PS4 Slim just by itself. And I was having a great time, and I felt over time the game felt like it was slowing down and getting a little bit more janky, and I thought maybe this was just my own personal expectations of the game, and perhaps I was getting used to the game performing as it was, whereas previously I was in kind of like a honeymoon period compared to the Slim, and now I was just becoming more and more critical of the performance that was being presented to me. I've been playing a lot of RBF recently, simply because there's a lot more people playing there, because it's worthwhile playing because you can get rewarded for it, and I used to have a great time playing that. And I found in the last sort of week or so, 2 weeks, that the game has been incredibly janky, to the point where I realised something was different. It was not the game that I was playing sort of 2 weeks prior, when I upgraded the hard drive to an SSD. It was a different game. Something was different, and the only thing that had essentially changed was we'd been patching the game going forward, and so I concluded that the problem was within the patches. I assumed that the Pale Abyss, when they were upgrading the game, they were screwing it more and more every single patch that they released, and that is perfectly reasonable to think, but there was something that niggled me, and I wasn't gonna just sort of sit there and accept the situation, because the game, it was basically becoming to the point of unplayable. I was getting to the point where every single time a character loaded onto screen, every time a spell was cast or an effect was shown, the game would freeze. And we're talking not a short freeze. I mean, any freeze is terrible, but we were talking maybe like a quarter of a second, half a second, something of that kind of magnitude. And I was finding that I was dying before I was even aware that there was someone around me to attack me, and it was just infuriating. So I got to the point where I needed to do something a little bit more drastic, and I just literally deleted the game. I deleted Black Desert from my PlayStation out of pure frustration and re-downloaded it, and after I finished downloading it, I launched up the game and went into the Red Battlefield, and wow, it was back to the buttery smooth experience that I had previously had when I upgraded to an SSD and a PS4 Pro. So clearly something has gone wrong with the patches. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some kind of like disk fragmentation. Whatever it is, it was causing issues. It could be the way that the PlayStation deals with updates. It could be the actual game itself and the way that it's coded and the way that patches are distributed. I don't know enough about the way that the PlayStation upgrades work to be able to comment directly on there, but it fixed it. Whatever the problem was, it fixed it, and now going back into the game, I'm having a great time again. I can actually play the game and I can enjoy the game again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly show you how to delete and reinstall the game, just in case you don't know. You probably do know. I mean, a lot of people, you're quite comfortable with these, but for the very few players that are really kind of new to the whole technical side of how things work, then I'll just quickly show you how to delete the game. So what you want to do is just press up on your D-pad to come to this bar at the top, and then you want to come to settings, and then you will come down to storage, and extended storage, where your application install location is. And this should say application install location on there, otherwise you're not taking advantage of your extended storage. So just a quick diversion there. If it doesn't say application install location, just press on your options button and then press on application install location and change it to extended storage, and this will make sure that your games are getting installed on your SSD as opposed to your system storage. Now anyway, if that does say application install location, what you want to do is X onto that again, and then X onto your applications, and at this screen you want to press on options and then delete, okay? And then you can select Black Desert to delete and then press the delete button, and that will get rid of it off the system for you. Now clearly I'm not going to do this right now because, you know, for a little video just to demonstrate how deletion works, that would be silly. But as you can see, the game itself is 53.89 gigabytes, so this is going to be a big download. And so I did mine in the early hours of the morning when I was sleeping. So in order to get this back onto your console again, what you're going to need to do is you're going to come right across to your library, and in your library it shows you all the games installed, and as you can see mine is installed there. But where you will find it is if you come right down to purchased, and then you go down your list, and then mine shows in the installed section, but yours will probably show up here somewhere. Make sure you don't install the beta version because that would just be a waste of time. Make sure you're getting the one with the latest icon from the game. So all you do is you X onto that, it will bring up the store screen, and then where mine says start, yours will say, I think it's download or install. I forget what the actual wording is, but that's irrelevant. Click on that and then it will install the game for you. As soon as it's done, it might take an hour or two to download, boot it up again, and you should be good to go. So I hope that is useful for somebody. If it helps just one person to get a boost out of the performance, then that would be fantastic. I know some of my subscribers have said previously that the game is working horrifically, and I'm just wondering, is this the reason? Why do they need to do that? So if you haven't thrown your PlayStation out the window by this point, give it a shot, and do let me know if this has helped you increase performance by any noticeable amount. I would really appreciate any feedback on that, just to let me know that I've actually been useful with this video. Okay, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hopefully I have earned your subscription by this point. Hit that like button if this has worked for you, and leave me a comment. Hopefully guys, I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.